right, Rashad, I'm going to put you on the spot. Let's look back a couple months from now, a couple years from now. Name me a very underlooked player in this upcoming draft and a player who you think will be a bust.
First question, I'm gonna answer that, okay? And the kid that I actually love, I mean, there's a few that I really love, but RJ Hampton, as you can see, I got on his hat here. I think this kid is going to be terrific over time. Look, this kid was so dominant and so good in high school that he reclassified up to go pro. A lot of times, high school kids reclassify down. He reclassified up to go pro, went overseas, fit in a role, played against grown men. I didn't even care about his stats. It was the fact that the maturity level of RJ Hampton to take on that type of role, to endure that type of adversity at such a young age, and now to see him ready for the draft, I think RJ Hampton will be terrific in years to come. But let's give him time. As far as your second question, I never talk about the B word because I don't want kids. I'm not in the game to say a kid's going to be the B word. I want all of them to be great, even though that's impossible. So I continue to support all the prospects, but there are some kids that I'm kind of questionable about. But again, I don't want any of them to be the B word.
My respect 110% for that answer on the second one. And I saw you were with Penny Hardaway and Hampton a couple days or weeks ago. Talk to me about what you saw then, and is Penny becoming his mentor?
Yeah, I got a chance to, sit down with Penny and talk to him and just kind of pick his brain. And one thing about Penny Hardaway, he's such a basketball mind, such a basketball junkie. Watching him communicate with his team, watching him train RJ, and just listening to his ideology of the game, it tells you and it takes you in a deeper look of how special he was as a player and how he is as a mentor now. So anytime you can receive information from a player like a Penny Hardaway who is an all-time great, I think it's a feather in your cap. And again, another reason why I believe in RJ Hampton is because he's done a great job of surrounding himself with the right people. He's a humble kid, and Penny Hardaway, you can never go wrong with that.
The top 3 picks in the NBA draft: Minnesota, Golden State, and Charlotte. Who goes where? Let me know your top 3.
LaMelo goes number 1 to Minnesota. Golden State takes James Wiseman if they don't trade that pick. And Charlotte takes Anthony Edwards at 3. That's kind of how I see it. I know a lot of people want Anthony Edwards to go number 1 to Minnesota. And they're using they already have D'Angelo Russell and all of that. But you can't pass up on dynamics. And LaMelo Ball is dynamic. Not only that, just from a markability standpoint, I just believe that kid is going to sell out arenas, jerseys. I really don't like him going west, to be honest. I would like him to go.
And in a small market at that, too.
Yeah, going west is really going to be hard for LaMelo because there's so many great players already in teams in the West. I would prefer that he goes east because right now Trae Young is the best point guard in the East, which I support Trae Young. But I think LaMelo going over to the east of the NBA would give that some balance. You already got Ja Morant over in the West. You got Luka over in the West. So if you get LaMelo over in the West, it's just like it's an overload. Steph Curry's over there, Damian Lillard's over there, LeBron's over there. So I would like the East to balance out a little bit, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
He's going to be tested early for sure, like you're saying, with all those matchups. And to keep the focus on LaMelo, we're both kind of connected to him. You played Detroit Mercy with his manager, Jermaine Jackson. And yeah. I go to LIU with Jermaine Jackson's son, Jermaine Jackson Jr. Small world. I know, it's crazy.
You make me feel old. You're making me feel old now. Come on, man.
What do you see from LaMelo? Do you see immediate impact? Do you see a future star, an all-star over the next couple years? How is his first, say, 5 years going to go?
I see a future star. I do. I think this kid has been built for this moment. He's he's different from his brother Lonzo. He's more offensive oriented. He's more trigger happy in a positive way. Like, he looks to score more. He's more exciting. He has a little bit more for the more flash and flair of the game. And I think that's what sells in the NBA. When we look at the dynamic point guards in the NBA, the Trae Youngs, the Steph Currys, the Kyrie Irvings, the Damian Lillards, those guys have a flair to them. And that's what makes people want to buy tickets. LaMelo Ball possesses flair. He's box office. So I do believe he has future star written all over him. It's going to be an uphill battle early, especially if he lands with a Minnesota, a team in the West that hasn't had a history of really being a good franchise from a winning standpoint. So, again, the things that he can do there will be an uphill battle. But if he can check all those boxes, there's superstardom all over him.
I'm a New York Knicks fan here in New York. I wanted LaMelo so bad if we got that number 1 to 3 pick because of the box office, because of the Broadway type of player he could be. The Knicks got the 8th pick. I need you to bless me with a great prediction. Who are they taking?
You guys going to get a good point guard here. I really believe that you're going to take Halliburton from Iowa State, who is more of a Lonzo Ball type of style player. Big, can defend a little bit, a good table setter. So I think you can ride the ship with his leadership and what he brings to the table. You got R.J. Barrett next to him. So I like that young unit. You can take a swing for the fences for Cole Anthony. Cole brings a little bit more scoring punch. He's a little erratic at times. He's up and down, but he's very exciting. He has some dynamics about him. Or you can go Killian Hayes, who's known for being a great ball screen guard, left-handed, great shift, good passer, and has some leadership qualities about him. So at that 8th spot, you're going to get a pretty decent player that can contribute right away. So as a Knicks fans, let me tell you, don't worry, you're going to get a solid player.